Today we're going to be comparing 3 of Bissell's most popular lightweight vacuums. Over there in the blue we have the FeatherWeight, then we have the CleanView XR in the center, and then in the purple we have the PET version. Technically this is called the CleanView XR PET. So during this test we're going to be doing a floor test and a carpet test on all 3 of them. This is the FeatherWeight. This one does not have any rolling brush on the bottom. So this one's just really good for hardwood floors or tile floors. And you guys could even remove it and just use it as like a car vacuum or something like that. This one does get plugged in, but it's super small and lightweight. And I had a hard time finding the actual watts that this uses. I was able to find the actual power consumption for the other 2 vacuums, but not for this one. Here is the normal just CleanView XR, and this is a 200 watt vacuum, and at max we get 35 minutes of runtime on the low power setting. We get the battery plug-in spot right here. The vacuum basically looks identical to the PET version. Basically, it just has different colors, and then the inside components are just a little different. And just real fast, here is that XR. We get a really cool color with this one and a little bit more power and runtime. We get 40 minutes of runtime with the XR PET. And lastly, for the XR PET, we do get the special brush roll attachment. So this is specially designed for pet hair, which is why it's so nice. You guys could use this on couches, your floor, or basically anything, even in your car. All right, so here's the Bissell FeatherWeight floor test. Just like that, the FeatherWeight cleaned up the mess. Because there's no brush roller, this is a great option for the floor because there's no kickback. The roller doesn't push anything behind it. It all just gets sucked straight up into the machine. All right, so next up is the Bissell CleanView XR floor test. All right, so that did pretty good. We were on just the normal mode. We didn't even use the max mode on that, so it did pretty good. Let's go ahead and move over to the PET version and see if we notice any sort of difference. And lastly, for the floor test, the Bissell CleanView XR PET. I'll show you what the max mode sounds like. All right, so overall this thing did a great job. I did seem to notice a little extra power on this one, which honestly before I wasn't too sure if I would notice, but I definitely do like the PET version. So now we're gonna go ahead and put a carpet here instead and do the same exact test real fast, and then we'll get to see which one does better on carpet. All right, so here's the test with the Bissell FeatherWeight on carpet. I'm pretty impressed. You could see a line where this passed through, and this is no brush rollers. Just keep that in mind. Normally, this is really supposed to just be used on floors, like tile or hardwood floors. So the fact that it was able to clean up this mess as well as it did without having a brush roller is pretty cool. So that's the Bissell FeatherWeight. We're gonna go ahead, empty the bin, and get ready for the Bissell CleanView XR. Wow, this thing does a great job on carpet. Let's kick it up one more notch to the max speed mode. So overall, this thing did a great job on carpet. I think this thing does better on carpet than floors for sure. So let's go ahead and move over to the PET version of this vacuum. Let's go ahead and kick it up to the max mode for this part. All right, So that vacuum did a great job, definitely the most powerful out of the bunch, despite being powered all by a battery. So after all that, we're still at the max 3 bars, so we could do a bunch more cleaning with this thing. Overall, this is probably gonna be my favorite vacuum of the bunch, mostly because of how well it functions on top of the looks. I love that we have some purple accents and green accents, and I just think it makes this vacuum really stand out. So if you're looking for something just to clean up like a hard floor, the Bissell FeatherWeight is great for that. If you guys have a pet, this is going to be a great option because it's a little more powerful, which is going to be helpful for getting that pet hair out of furniture. And I also need to mention that you guys get that attachment for pet hair specifically. Now, if you guys don't have a pet and you're looking for something that could go on carpet and floors and work really well, the Bissell CleanView XR is also a great option. So that has been my comparison between these 3 Bissell vacuums.